back in 2014, about 2 years ago, I got to do a really cool job. I was hired by this company called Benchmore, and I got to do a video shoot and a photo shoot with Gatlin. And I even got to race him, as you're about to see.
2, 1, go!
So, Gatlin, super interesting guy. I'm obviously huge into fitness and superhuman performance, so I picked his brain and asked him what type of lower body workouts he does for fat loss, for explosion, just overall becoming one of the fastest human beings in world history. And he showed me some crazy outside the box lower body training exercises. There are a lot of different supersets and trisets and different explosion techniques that I've actually been using for the last 2 years just to stay really lean and athletic. So I actually just watched the 100-meter preliminary today. Today's Saturday, Sunday, tomorrow is the finals. And obviously if you're the world's fastest man in human history's biggest competitor, you got a few training tips up your sleeve. So I want to show you guys the Gatlin workout routine today. So I'm going to go through 4 different exercises that he showed me. And obviously sprinting is a big part of his training as well. He does different forms of like incline sprinting and resistance training. I'm not going to go through sprinting right now because obviously I'm sure you guys know how to sprint. You just run as fast as humanly possible. There's tons of different videos breaking down the proper sprinting form, but if you guys are looking to crank up your fat loss, crank up your muscle building, overall just become an amazing athlete and even reverse aging, because sprinting is actually the #1 thing in the world that increases your human growth hormone output. And Gatlin is 34 years old, and he's the fastest he's ever been. He's been training for sprinting since he's been 15 years old, and at 34, he's the fastest he's ever been. Do you know how many friends I have that are like 26 and 27 who say they're like past their prime, they're like act like they're fat old men, and they're like 26 and 27. There is a 40-year-old guy in the Olympic prelims today who is a sprinter. So sprinting is the #1 thing that's going to keep you young. A lot of different types of training, like compound exercise training and running, like not sprinting but just jogging. It's really hard on your joints to actually break down your body, but sprinting is fucking amazing for increasing your HGH, increasing your fat loss, and overall just becoming an amazing athlete. So let's dive right into the workout routine. So let me just walk you guys through this routine. So the first exercise is what I call a squat tricep, and holy shit is this intense. So starting off here, what you're gonna do is 3 repetitions with a fairly heavy weight, and you're gonna do what I call explosion squats. So this is something Justin taught me, where you go down with a fairly heavy weight and you just focus on exploding up as fast as you can. So obviously a really awesome exercise for anyone looking to increase their strength, their explosion. It's amazing for fat loss, vertical jump, obviously speed. Gatlin does it. It definitely increases your speed. And then what you're gonna do here is you're gonna strip about 20% of the total weight off, and you're gonna go right into a drop set. So once again, you're fatigued, you just went with that heavy weight, now you're gonna hit it with a drop set. So I'm doing 225 here, and this is like my 7th set of squats, so fairly fatigued by this point. So as you can see, going down, I'm trying to explode up, putting the weight back on my heels as fast as I can. So I'm gonna rack it, and this is when things get really fun. We're gonna end this with what I call tension squats. So this is something that Justin showed me that really puts a lot of tension on your hip flexors. So your hip flexors are really important for speed and increasing your strength on your squat and your deadlift and all of the compound lifts. So just setting up here on the rack, and let me show you guys how to do it. So what you're gonna do is obviously a similar starting point to a squat, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get down as low as possible, and you're not gonna quite come all the way up. So what this does is it puts all the tension on your hip flexors and your quads. So 2 really important muscle groups for sprinting and speed. So try out these tension squats and you will be a speed machine. So getting into the next exercise, and this one's really intense, especially after doing the squat triceps. What you're gonna do here is grab like a 7.5 or a pair of 10-pound dumbbells, and you're gonna jump up as explosive as fast as you can. So as you can see, I'm actually focusing on my speed on the way down and on the way up. And then right after that, you're going to grab a jump rope, go into some single leg rope skipping here. So I'm starting off on the left leg, gonna transition to the right leg, and then I'm gonna go side to side skips here at the very end. So this one's great for quick feet and really increasing your acceleration. So I messed up there, so had to redeem myself, show you guys my maximum speed here on the side to sides. So try this one out. I noticed that when I started incorporating this, I was faster, I was more explosive. I play basketball, so I also noticed a big difference in my vertical jump. So getting into some hamstring work now. Your hamstrings are super important when it comes to increasing your speed and athleticism. So this is another 3-part exercise. So starting off here on the prone leg curl machine, you want to go a really heavy weight, something you could do about 8 to 10 times max. And then what you're going to do here is, you can't see the weight change, but I'd switch it to 40 pounds less, and now I'm going halfway. So I'm putting all the tension right on my hamstrings, and this one fatigued is absolutely killer. And then I'm gonna end it here with, I don't know what you call this thing, Justin showed it to me, and it is amazing. For some reason, just pushing yourself up like that, like a kangaroo or something, puts a ton of overload right on your hamstrings. So try this out, especially when you guys are fatigued. Next up, we got a staple exercise for athletes and sprinters. This one is really good for speed, vertical jump, fat loss, and overall developing those quad muscles. So what you're gonna do here is start off just like with the hamstring curl machine with the weight, you can do about 8 to 10 times. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take half of that weight after your 8 to 10 reps, and you're gonna transition into single leg for another 8 to 10 reps. So this one is really hard. So you choose about 50% of the weight you just did on the previous double leg extension, and you are gonna feel a direct burn right in your quads, and it also hits your hip flexors indirectly. So this one is amazing for increasing your speed, your vertical jump, and also if you guys just want those big quad muscles, definitely try this one out.